There's a setback for parents eager to get their children under the age of 5 vaccinated against COVID-19. Pfizer had been sending data to the FDA for a shot for those kids on a rolling basis. Now the drug company is postponing that application for authorization while it looks into new data. Those data from Pfizer's clinical trials include looking at if kids that age would need a third dose of vaccine. The company believes that a third dose may provide better protection like boosters do for adults. Now that is causing the FDA to postpone a critical meeting that would consider approving the 2-dose regimen of the vaccine for that age group. Pfizer said in a statement that it expects the data for the third dose to be available by early April. Now, this is hard news for parents of kids under the age of 5. In Maine, cases of COVID in this age group are going up at a pretty steep rate. So this graph tracks the number of cases in kids under the age of 5 in Maine. In November, there were just under 1,000 cases in the state of Maine. In December, it was about 1,400. But in January, 2,500. Doctors are urging parents to get vaccinated, as well as any other kids who are eligible, to protect these younger kids.
I was a little disappointed by it. I was looking forward to getting my kids vaccinated as soon as possible. I still am.
Caitlin McCorkle is a mom of 2, 4.5-year-old Margaret and 1.5-year-old Claire.
We don't take our kids out to eat indoors for the most part. And those are things, that we just don't feel like it's worth the potential risk to do.
There's new frustration for parents like Caitlin as the FDA takes a step back in approving a shot for kids of childcare age. The health agency wants to look at data on if 3 doses would be more protective than 2, like boosters are for adults.
The goal was to understand if 2 doses would provide sufficient protection to move forward with authorizing the use of the vaccine in this age group. We take our responsibility for reviewing these vaccines very seriously because we're parents as well. In looking over these data, I think parents can feel reassured that we have set a standard by which we feel that if something does not meet that standard, we can't proceed forward.
Mommy, Daddy, and baby.
And while these kids remain unprotected against the virus, there is some good news.
So I don't mean to downplay it for a second. What I'm suggesting is that they are not as affected by adults, and that has held true throughout the various variants that we've contended with.
Because even if it's a little cold, right? Sick kids aren't fun. Taking care of sick kids isn't fun, regardless of, the illness. Even with this news, things are looking up, and still, though, the sooner the better for my family.
So for now, the FDA and other public health leaders are asking parents of these young kids to keep up those healthy habits such as masking, distancing, and hand hygiene, plus getting vaccinated if they aren't already. Pfizer and BioNTech expect to have that 3-dose data available in early April.